guys, what's up, and welcome back to another Koze Daily Brew. For today, we're going to be talking about when it's time to take a rest and when it's time to push through. Now, I'm talking about this today because this is something that I'm actually having happen in my day-to-day life, like literally today, right now. It's one of those days where I'm feeling really tired. It's the end of the week, it's Friday, and I'm just like, I know that I've been cutting corners all week on my sleep. I just feel it. Like, I woke up this morning, and do you ever get into that like medium in between place of like you're not fully awake but you're also not asleep? I hit snooze on my alarm, which is usually a first indicator that I'm pretty tired, and I was laying in bed, and the whole time, so it was raining outside, I could just hear it, and I was just like, all I want to do is cancel all my plans today, make some pancakes, watch some Toy Story, but I have things to do. I have calls that I needed to show up for, meetings to show up for, things to do that I just could not put off. But I felt so tired. And all week, like I mentioned, I've been just like pushing past when I'm supposed to go to bed, or when I try to go to bed, and it's just getting closer and closer to like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, I'm gonna be up at 6. Like, I know what I'm doing to myself. And in a few days, when I'm grumpy and I'm tired and I'm irritable and I'm feeling crazy and foggy and not myself, I'm gonna know it's because I'm cutting corners. I mean, that's human. That happens to all of us, and we all get to a point where we can't get our sleep and get all the things done. So what happens when you wake up on those days, like today for me, where you're super tired but you still have things to do? Do you, for your own sense of like, stress loads, push through what you're supposed to do even though it might not be your best? Or do you rest up so that you can show up as your best and do what you can to maneuver what you have to do for the day? Here's my opinion. Funny enough, I'm actually sipping out of a Gist mug, which, if you guys don't know of Gist, it's our whole term, get your shit together. And today is exactly what that is. I'm getting my shit together today, ending off the week strong because I'm doing a little bit of both. So the thing about getting sleep versus pushing through is it's not always so black and white, but there's one way that you can look at things and know whether or not you catching up on rest or recharging your batteries in whatever way that you do is a form of procrastination or an actual form of recharging. Because maybe you don't need a nap either. Sometimes I know I can't nap. Like, I'm not a midday napper, so sometimes yoga, meditation, even just laying down to rest for 30 minutes with some music, anything like that can recharge me enough to jump back into what I need to do. But how do you know when it's time to do that or when that is just becoming a method of procrastination? So, in order to know is to ask yourself, if you put off the task at hand, will you end up feeling more well rested later to do it or more stressed that you didn't do it? Now, that sounds a little bit more complicated than I meant for it to come out. Basically, what I'm saying is, if you can get like the top 3 priority things that you know cannot wait, nobody else can do them but you can't delegate them to anybody, and there are deadlines, like the deadline is either that day or the deadline is coming up and it's a big thing that's been weighing over your head. If you know that just getting that 1 to 3 things done before you take your rest, or if you can delegate the rest and choose like 3 main things that you know you should get done first, then that to me is what I consider to be balance. We all end up tired, and even though we like to think we can plan and schedule our lives, and we got really good at it, like we are really good at it, life isn't always to plan. You can't plan when you're going to feel tired. You can't plan when you're going to feel a little knocked down. You can't plan when you're going to feel a little overwhelmed, or you just need a minute to recharge. So find your balance and ask yourself, what is going to stress me out if I put it off, and what is going to help me rest if I put it off? And once you know what that is, delegate what you need to, get done what you need to, and then find your pocket of the day that you can recharge your batteries. Even if you only have an hour lunch and you go and you sit in a corner with some music on and you just like listen and zen out, or do meditation, or run home to take a nap, whatever it is, but move around your day and find that flexibility and flow while also getting your priorities done. So cultivating that into straight action, I'll give you guys an example of what I'm doing today, this lovely Friday we have going. This morning I woke up and I got my priority things done, the things that were time stamped in, the things that other people were involved in so that no one was waiting on me. I went and I did those things despite being a little tired, just had a little extra coffee. And then once those things were done, I came home and I took a nap. I rested. I was just like, okay, even though when I lay down, like I'm not a good napper, I'm like, I should be doing things, but then I have to consciously remind myself, like, you're gonna do those things better if you just take a little bit of a rest. There is no time stamp on those things. There is no deadline right now on those things. Those things need your creative juices. They need your magic. They need you, and you can't show up if you are exhausted. You did the things that you needed to do that absolutely needed you today, but the things that just need you in general, you need to rest first. And that's not an easy thing for us to do, like especially in this generation where we're go, go, go. And when you sign into anywhere online, you kind of get the assumption that everybody's out there like doing it, like crushing their goals and working hard and putting in their time and their work and their effort, but we don't see online the people taking naps. We don't see online how we're all taking breaks. So it's just something to be aware of, to recheck in with your brain every now and then and know that when you're pushing yourself too hard and when it's time to just take a step back, get some rest so that you can show back up in your life and really crush it. Okay, so that's my little coffee chat of the day. I'm now well rested, or feeling more well rested, so I'm gonna get into the things now that need my creative juices, that have no deadlines, that didn't stress me out pushing off to a little bit later in the day, and leave the rest to my Sunday gist, to which, if you guys didn't know, this mug is on Koze. I'll link it down below. And aside from that, let me know down below, what are you guys, working on? Are you feeling well rested? I'm trying to think of a good relative question to this topic. Hold on. Leave a comment down below how you know when it's time to rest and when it's time to persevere and push through. And aside from that, I'll talk to all of you guys tomorrow morning. Bye, guys.